Which fringe?
Well, we're not talking lunatic fringe. We're talking about that fringe of, well, we perform a valuable function because our band makes it possible for all the people who are cute to look better than they actually do because they get to compare themselves to our group.
Rick, Gary, are you listening to this? I'll tell you, when the name Frank Zappa comes up, I talked to my son who was going through school, and he said that you were part of a musical history course in middle school, meaning grades 6, 7, and 8. So you're making an impact. What kind of a legacy do you hope to leave?
Well, I'm not interested in legacies. I'm interested in entertainment.
Your favorite kind of entertaining? What do you like to perform? You've done chamber music, the opera, the theater thing. Let's go back to Don't Eat the Yellow Snow and further ahead to anything else.
Well, the main thing I'm interested in is the most important women's movement.
Seriously?
Yeah, it's the one where they put their hands and hold the back of the bed like this and arch their back and the eyes go up like that.
I've heard about that women's movement. Is that your basic...
But that's, the most important form of entertainment. And for those in the audience who can't get that on a regular basis, they can listen to our songs.
Do you have a message?
Yeah, make sure they always hold on tight because...
and we're back to the basic movement. Mm-hmm. Okay. What do you hope to pursue further in music? What would you like to do that you haven't done yet?
Well, I would like to be able to get accurate performances of everything that I wrote, and that's always the hardest thing for any composer to get.
Kind of like a screenwriter hoping the director will be faithful to the script.
Yeah, it's a lot of wishful thinking going on there.
Are we in good shape music-wise these days?
It depends on who the we is that you're talking about. I don't like most of what I see on MTV or hear on the radio, but I wouldn't deny anybody access to it just because I don't like it.
All right. What do you like?
I like classical music.
Any particular composer or composers or school of composition?
I like mostly modern, anything from about 1900 on.
Bela Bartok is your man?
Well, I like Bartok, I like Stravinsky, I like Takamitsu, I like Webern, I like Varese, I like Penderecki. The regular guys.
The regular guys, the regular crowd. Folks, if you know any of these names, send in a self-addressed stamp envelope.
For proper spelling.
Absolutely, especially that last one. When you play at a fair, like a New York State Fair, what do you hope the crowd will take home with them in terms of memories and images and impressions?
I just want them to have a good time. We've played a lot of outdoor things. We just did 2 days at the pier in New York, and we did a state fair in Milwaukee, and they're always fun to do.
Good. Most response comes from when you play what kind of music?
Most response comes from songs that people already know from albums, like we play Bobby Brown Goes Down, or Dancing Fool, or Camarillo Brillo, or something like that that's already on an album, and people hear, oh, I remember that song, and then they jump up and down.
Dancing Fool probably made you as visible as you ever have been to the, quote, mainstream, the folks who listen to the top 40 or top 30 or whatever it is. Some thought maybe you'd follow up with that and become a mainstream artist. It didn't happen, obviously.
No, it was an accident that one got on the air in the first place. Everything that we've ever had that was popular got on the air by accident.
Seriously?
It's true. Yellow Snow, for example, was a cut that was 10 minutes long on an album, and while we were doing a tour in Europe in 1974, a disc jockey on a station in Pittsburgh listened to it and said, my God, it's a modern-day novelty song. So their station happened to have a format that included playing novelty songs from the 60s, like Teeny Weeny Bikini, and he figured that if he took that and put it on a tape and cut it down to 3 minutes, that his listeners at the station would like it. So he did it. He personally edited the song, put it on their station. It was a hit right away, and then it got picked up by 20 other stations in the chain. I didn't even know about it until the thing had already been an event, and there was no single. The single was made after the fact. So that was the first accident. Dancing Fool was another accident because somebody heard it and said, oh yeah, we'll give that a try. But you can't really dance the Dancing Fool because the rhythm is too weird. And the next accident was Valley Girl, where they played that on a station in Los Angeles. It hadn't even been released as a single. And the other stations found out about the response that KROQ was getting to it, and they literally taped it off the air from the other radio station playing it, and then put it on carts, and were playing it off the other LA stations, and it just spread to places like... I understand that in Maine, people were trying to do Valley Talk. In Australia, they were trying to do Valley Talk. My sister-in-law works at a bank in Beverly Hills. There were 2 girls from Iran working in the bank with her. They were trying to do Valley Talk.
You should have got a recording of that, Frank.
That would have been really good.
So you're making an impact. You actually are having an impression, make an impression on the social consciousness, I suppose. I remember the group, Deep Purple did. Frank Zappa and the Mothers of Invention, a lyric from Smoke on the Water. So you're part of the musicians, they like you. What else? What is next?
Well, I'm trying to break through to the sports market. I feel that a lot of people who like sports now would probably really enjoy what we do because we're an athletically oriented group, and in many instances are far better than the events that you got to see on the Olympics, because that was fake, but we're real.
And you can't argue with reality. And this is sports man, music man, Jack Morse, with Frank Zappa. Frank,
Bye-bye.
I'm not sure where we've been, folks, but I know where we're going. Back to you, Rick.